Hello everyone and welcome back to Cosplay Tea Time, where today we're going to be talking about designing, creating, making, building, commissioning, all of the fun jazz that comes with cosplay props. So, my name is Jen. I'm going to be your host for today. You can catch me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as Jen.cosplays45. Usually more active on Instagram and TikTok. YouTube is kind of in the works. But I am joined today by our lovely guest.
Hello, I am Springy. You may know me from Demon Interviews or 98% of the other videos on this channel. Uh, uh, you can follow me on Demon Interviews pretty much anywhere. Not Springtime 123. That's my old username. That had to change. What is it? On Instagram, it's the Real Skeleton Man 1123. What is it on TikTok? Nobody knows.
It's a mystery.
It is the Skeleton Man 1123. It's just without the real, because people think they're the skeleton. No, that's me. Or the Spring Artist, if you want to look at my somewhat okay edits of fandoms I am enjoying at the moment.
Sounds awesome. So welcome back again to our crazy show. But yes, we're just gonna jump right into it with prop making. So again, cosplay props, we're just gonna be showing off, telling stories about our experiences. I'm sure many viewers out there, you're starting to make props, you're trying to figure out, making a cosplay prop. We're not going to get into specifics, step 1, step 2, step 3, it's kind of more of just like, this is how you get into prop building. This has been our experience with it. So, but yeah, if you want to look at certain videos, we'll talk about that too, just like, inspiration, how do you start, how do you process that? So, but I want to address the fun question first, which is, what is your favorite prop that you have made or that you have in your collection?
Ooh, that's kind of a hard one in my opinion. But so the favorite one I've ever had commissioned is my Jean Sword and Shield. I'm sorry I don't remember the name off the top of my head. I'm very new. But yes. And yes, better pictures are on my Instagram, the Skeleton Man 1123. But yeah, that's my favorite one I've ever had commissioned, because it's the only one I've had commissioned, and the other one that has come in for commissions. Because I have 2 out. I'm excited for those.
Here they come.
One day.
In the near future.
I'll get progress pictures for them too. But my favorite one I just made fully is gonna be something that's not on the Instagram, because for some reason I never posted about these or other things, is these 2 for my Power Ranger original character. That's like what was it? It's like either called Dino Charge Dark, because it's already a Black Ranger, so I can't be like I'm emo by calling him the Black Ranger, or Kyoryu Dark, which is just the Japanese version of his name, because Power Ranger is also in Japan.
Nice.
Well, Japan first, but that's not the point of this conversation. But
that's a whole other podcast.
Those took me the longest and had the most. Yeah. Those took me the longest, and went through the most changes as well, because this one has orange tips. It's not a real gun, I promise. It also looks like a dinosaur. I know it's not TikTok, but still. It used to just be the normal one, and like this part was colored in with Sharpie, and then I took it apart because it was already broken. Like the electronics don't work in it anymore. So I just spray painted it and then redid some of the details, like the red and the green. The green's showing up really well on camera, better than it does in person. I'm happy about that. And yeah, and anything that moves or anything, and also these I kept the same because I don't want any issues with people. But yeah, and yeah, that's probably the one I'm most proud of from making and buying from a commission.
Very cool. Awesome. So, got that out of the way. So I'm thinking I only have a few props. I've mostly made accessories. Like as I'm going about last night, like trying to get ready for today's podcast, I was like, a bow, a headdress and stuff, and I'm like, I need like props. So, but I would say probably my favorite that I've made. So this is the Clow card from Cardcaptor Sakura. It's a Japanese anime series. It's the first staff that she uses to catch these little clow cars that are running about the city. So this is actually the Clow card 2.0 because I did make one at first, but the beak wasn't as sturdy. So I actually made this during a live stream on TikTok, and it was just fun just to kind of sit there and chatting about the show with people and be like, yeah, like we're gonna attach this piece next. So this is one of my favorites, and it's so much fun just to wave around and pretend that you're a magic girl. So always a delight. Alrighty. So our next question is, what kind of materials do you use for your prop making?
A lot of the time, with what I would like what I'm mainly talking about here is like the ones I've made or had commissioned. Because if I go into like what I've bought, I have 18 billion of them, and they have
Oh no.
18 purposes. But for the stuff I've made, all my masks are based off of the same mask mold. Like they're all the same mask, just with different
Nice.
things attached or colored on. Mainly
Mm-hmm.
colored on. But then there's Grim Jean, where it's like this is paper towel rolls with tape and
Mm-hmm.
stuff wrapped around them. This is just like a little piece of paper that got covered in tape. This is actually a part of a it's actually, you can probably see it better on the back.
Okay.
Um, Part of like one of those spandex masks. I just
Oh.
it was a full
Oh.
like face mask. It's not a mask. So I cut it up and I put that there. So then I always have a red eye over
Mm-hmm.
this. And but yeah, I love using these masks because they're cheap
Mm-hmm.
and you can get them from Amazon for
Yeah.
$6 each ish.
Hashtag not
And
sponsored.
oh yeah, not sponsored, never sponsored.
We're not sponsored
One
in
day,
this video, so whatever we mention, we're not sponsored.
and pretty much. And as you can see, I used that mask a lot.
Yeah, it was insane, your
Because that's
collection.
yeah, and like that's not even showing all of them. There's some that's
Mm-hmm.
past the Jason mask.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2, 4, 6, 7 past
Oh
the
my
Jason
gosh.
mask that's on this wall over
Mm-hmm.
here. Um, and yeah, I love using that mask. There's also better pictures of all the other masks on my Instagram, or at least a lot of them on my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's my favorite one for the masks because I can use a lot of just the same material easily.
Yeah.
Recently I've been getting into 3D printing. I have a badge. I'm not gonna show it on here because I have a better picture of it on my Instagram. I'm gonna show it, but it's not gonna be able to be read. But it's the City of Vale Junior Detectives badge. I know you can't see it; it's just a
Just
white
a white
blob,
blob.
but it's on my Instagram in a better lighting. I've been using 3D printer a lot for this type of stuff. This and this another thing from Kamen Rider, and it actually works in all the toys, kinda. So that makes me very happy. Have to carve it out a little bit, but other than that, it works pretty well.
Nice.
But yeah, a lot of the time, a lot of my stuff is changed, at least at first. Like I was saying with the one blaster, with Sharpies and markers and stuff, I start off using a lot of those. And then if I, still love the project like I did with this, I take it apart, spray paint it because it's already broken.
Oh. Gotta fix it up. Fix her up.
Yeah,
Nice. No, I'm really, really excited to see all that again. Like, you can check out Instagram for better quality of that little badge because it is so cute. Like, when you first made it, I was like, oh, I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. And then you showed me a photo of it, like, finished almost. And I was like,
yeah,
yay!
yeah. I was sending Jen progress pictures as it was
Mm-hmm.
printing, and
It's
I
like,
was
what
like,
is this?
and like again, same type of things were happening as what was happening right here. You can't really read it, like with the lighting. My light was like directed right at it.
Yeah,
It was like this
you need to
big at the
see.
time. Yeah.
Vision's good. Seeing what you're doing is good.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you're Mr. Technical over there, and I'm over here like a 5-year-old in a kindergarten classroom because what I mostly use for my props, when I first started making cosplay props, I use cardboard, cardboard boxes, these, paper towel tubes, and then you apply some Gazo on top, so that way like your paint doesn't seep inside. So you want to make sure like there's at least 2 coats on here before you apply your paint. So just like some things around the household, an oatmeal container can store things. You could use it as armor, a weapon, or something. I almost feel like that Elmo TikTok for a while, like
I was
oatmeal
just thinking
container,
that.
a wooden bowl. Yes, so, just taking things around the house and kind of like studying it and being like, ooh, like, which character would this work for? Which prop would this look for? So, and not only that, but, sometimes cosplaying and cosplay props can get expensive, especially like if you're trying to make them. So just finding like things around the house, going to the Dollar Tree, Staples, and getting Sharpies, getting your paint, finding things on Amazon like elastic or something that's not very good quality, but finding like elastic. If you ever make like armbands, like I made armbands for a character, and I was like, how in the world am I going to get it to stay? Because one, I have very ticklish and sensitive armpits, and two, I was like, I don't know how to get it to stay. And I was like, elastic would work because I I can adjust it. I can be comfortable because comfort is everything in cosplay. So, just finding like, just like little things around the house and just, get crafting, get creative. That's what cosplaying is all about. So, have our next question. Kind of follows up with that. It's not really on my list, but when I said it in the intro, it kind of made sense here, which is, when you have your materials, like, what's your process like when you start? Like, what's your step 1, step 2, step 45?
Ooh. So I'm gonna break this down a little bit. For Grim Jean, which I'm not gonna grab his stuff because it's up there, balanced with Jean's stuff. It's just all gonna fall. There are pictures on Instagram. No, there's not. There's probably a video because I have not taken any pictures of Grim Jean yet. But his, I knew what I wanted to make and what I wanted it to do. Like have that, like you do it. Some of my videos, so you have an understanding like what it does and what it. His gauntlets are pretty much like, in my imagination at least. Hopefully, I can make them look a little bit better. I'm planning on 3D printing something for them, but they're kind of like a combination between like Baraka from Mortal Kombat because he has like one giant spike coming out of his arm and it doesn't move, and Wolverine who can actually retract his claws and such. So that's kind of like my main idea for it, because my idea for Grim John was I wanted him to be very organic-esque, if that makes sense. Because like Jean has a sword and shield, as you all can see, but I wanted it to be more organic and animalistic. That's why I went with like fake claws on his fingertips as well. So with that, I kind of have an inspiration from just my own brain. The mask, I did take a lot of inspiration from an artwork from somebody I'm remembering. It's not the main person who does grim artworks. It's another person. I going to look them up while you're answering this question so I can say it. Because I feel so bad for not knowing it off the top of my head. But for stuff like I keep on going back to the same blaster, but this is just kind of the thing. In the show, there's actually 2 different versions. There's the yellow one, which is what I took this from. There's also a blue one, again, just in the show. And I was like, I want my own for my own dude, because, that's just how this works. And I was like, what? Because from the season, they have like 5 different colors of blue. There's a gray and a silver. I'm like, I can't do green. So like, what's my other favorite color? I went with like black, but like there's already a Black Ranger. But I'm like, okay, I'll be weird and emo, and to be like darkness, evil, corruption, and all that fun stuff. Because even like the little thing that goes into it, you probably can't see it, but there's like a little red crack. Oh, you can see it. That's shocking. Like there's little fake red cracks on it with Sharpie, like being like, oh, it got corrupted by. I don't know. I don't know his storyline. I have not made one for him yet. but yeah, and I was just like, I want something that looked dark and could somewhat be seen in the show if it was a possibility. Um,
Mhm.
and this was there's two different versions of something, and one has a whole combo, the other one doesn't. I'm just filling out that combo for these.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
Trying to explain giant things in 2 sentences because I
Oh.
don't want to make 3.5 hours.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I'll edit away. No worries. So, maybe just like different little things start to add up to like one bigger thing. So, but yeah. So I guess like going back to like the progress, just like trying to break it down into steps. I think like number one, you got to know what you want to create. Like, am I going to create this? Am I going to create that? Looking at photos. If like some fandoms are nice and they have it where like they break it down, like the props and stuff, like, oh yeah, this piece is like this and this piece is shaped like that. Going online, looking at templates, tracing those templates if you don't want to print. Uh, also too, just like, having your materials at the ready, just like gathering everything and then just like sitting down and being like, all right, like this is step one, this is step two. And I think sometimes it's trial and error,
Mm-hmm.
if you make a mistake. I think that's what always stops me is like, what happens if I mess this part up, this next part up, and then it interferes with this piece? But it's all a learning experience, so for
Mm-hmm.
sure. So, but
Oh, I did
mhm,
find the artist, if it's okay for me to
go
say
ahead.
that real quick.
Yeah.
So the person who I have a lot of the inspirations for Grimjon, mainly his
Yes.
mask for what they're looking like, and his shoulder piece,
Mm,
is MRK50. At least that's what it says on here.
mm,
Hopefully it's right. Um,
okay, thank you.
and they might have changed it, or this person's lying about who it came from. But from this one thing
Mm,
I found, it says MRK50. It's right.
there you go.
And I want to give him credit. That's where I
Yes.
got a lot of the inspiration
Okay.
for doing Grimjon in the first place, and the mask and his main shoulder piece as well.
Mhm.
The
It's
gauntlets are
awesome.
hopefully all me. I don't know. But
Yeah.
but yeah, just
Awesome
wanted to say
sauce.
that. Give him
Yeah.
credit.
No, I agree. Give credit where credit is due. So, do you have another question? It was almost like piggybacking off of what we said, which was like, talking about like the
Mhm.
big props, the props you're scared to travel with or film with. That's my problem sometimes because I'm just like, get in the camera. So, what is the biggest cosplay prop that you own? I know it's gonna be.
I can't bring him to this camera.
I
That's
know.
the issue here. It shows it. Um, well, this is
Yay.
the sword is easier than the shield
Mhm.
to
Yeah,
handle. Um, I love this so much.
it's
Um, I got
awesome.
I got commission from somebody on Etsy that goes by.
Mhm.
I have their name. It's on here on my phone. 1 second. Uh, Nerds being creating because it's a
Yay.
whole sentence. Uh, Again, you can find. I posted pictures of all this in
Mhm.
betterness
Yeah.
on my Instagram, and they're tagged in at least 95% of it, so
Mhm.
you can find them there. They're not cheap,
Yeah.
but if you message them beforehand, telling them that you want both, because they are technically
Mhm.
separate listings, they will give you a deal on them.
We like deals.
When this
Deals are good.
not sponsored, but it's just the
Yep.
truth,
Yep.
and you need that discount.
Yeah.
That's the thing about this.
Oh.
Um,
I like it, especially the one photo of the sword and the shield just like on the beach, like in the sand. That's like
mm-hmm.
so cool. Like, ah.
That I have to say that's one of my favorite pictures. I also
Mhm.
love that the sword matches the gold on my gauntlet that was made out of solo cups,
Mhm.
like a golden solo cup, and the gold on my um gauntlet for normal Jean. It somewhat
Mhm.
matches all three. And I'm like, how did this work so well?
Miracle.
Uh, but other than that, this is probably one of my biggest props that I just bought from Toys R Us.
Oh.
It's the it's a Power Ranger prop. It's well not prop, it's toy,
Mhm.
and it's giant. This used to be my biggest thing I owned. Then that came along, and
I
was like,
was like,
you
out
know
of the
what?
way.
I'm gonna be out of the way, you golden staff you drove forever to
Oh.
get. Um,
Oh.
but yeah,
Wait,
those are my
get
biggest
mine.
and most unwieldy. props, I have to say. Everything
Oh.
else is pretty compact, if anything.
Travel size. So
Mm-hmm.
this thing, oh gosh. Here's another ruby prop for you. Uh-oh. Things are falling. So this is the Staff of Creation from the show Ruby. It appears in volume 8, so this was like enclosed in a little space. A little space. Actually, it's like a really big space, and it has magical powers. Check out the show. Hashtag not
Please do.
sponsored. Yes, yes, agreed.
Wishes to be.
So, but yeah, this is probably one of the biggest and most terrifying things I've ever created because trying to get everything to like overlay and fix it. It's not all done. I only have like the top portions up. I'll
Mm-hmm.
explain more in a minute why I'm not very pleased with this type of thing. Like I'm considering redoing it. Now that I look at it on the screen, I'm like, oh, like it's not the best, but yeah, I don't have the bottom done because I'm only using it for TikToks. So I really just need
Mm-hmm.
like top half and stuff. But this has been the biggest prop so far. We'll
Mm-hmm.
see. We'll see what else comes. So, but before we get into talking more about props, I wanted to talk to the viewers out there. And if you're watching, you're tuning into Cosplay Tea Time, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the show. We're a new community of just energetic, fun-loving cosplayers that just want to go out there, talk about fandoms, talk about animes. We talk about the art of cosplay, whether it be prop making, photography, videography, whatever the case may be. So, but yes, we just started a couple months ago. So we're super excited to be here. So if you want to join, you do have to be 18 or older. We did make that a rule. So I'm sure that holds. But if you do want to join, just message us on our Instagram, cosplay_tea_time. Look for the little mouse. He's in a little cup surrounded by books and flowers. Is so adorable. Be sure to follow us there, check us out, message us. We'll get you that Discord link so you too can be on the show and talk about different animes, different topics about cosplay, and you get to also join our awesome community. So, and just want to say a quick thank you to everybody who's supported us, subscribing, commenting, sharing, liking, doing all of the above to help
Mm-hmm.
our little cosplay community. Thank you so much. At least I really appreciate it. So, so it
Mm-hmm.
keeps me going. Yeah. So we're gonna go back to the show with our next question, which is, what is the silliest mistake you have done when making a prop?
Oh, golly. Um,
Like,
one. I probably have two.
okay.
The biggest, the probably the silliest one is, um, I mainly work with, for gloves at least, dollar store Halloween costume gloves as like thin spandex. I learned don't wear them as you're hot gluing things onto them. That's probably the silliest thing. Or I've I've this is kind of a newer silly thing that kind of goes along with what I'm wearing. Um, I printed this 3 different times, and it still isn't the perfect fit for me. It fits me perfectly when it's upside down. You can't tell it's upside down from this, but see, this
Yeah.
is supposed to be like this weird bump.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be up here.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go. That
There you
you
go.
can see the bump
I
at
see it
least.
now. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Oh
can do it
no.
the other way around, but like it kind of overlays my hand a little bit, which I think is wrong. I need to look at more pictures to be honest. But yeah, this is about like 200% bigger than the first file was. Or
Yeah.
no, it was 20% bigger, 20% bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it still isn't perfect because
Yeah.
like I think I made it too big, so this goes too far down into like the fatter part of my arm. I can't really change that much.
Yeah.
Um, I'm probably gonna post pictures of this more when I have it painted and stuff in the correct colors, not neon white. Um,
So bright.
uh, I did actually print the smaller one that I can't wear because it's just that small. Like
Mm-hmm.
um, I did color in that one and spray painted to match an original character. His pictures and stuff I do believe is on my Spring artist account. maybe. If not, I'll post it after this recording, so it will be by the time this recording goes out. Um, so I will make it so I'm not lying that it's on there. But at least the concept arts are if I forget to put it up there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And isn't
those
that
two are my
funny? Oh, sorry.
yeah. No, you're fine.
Yeah, it's always so funny how, like, when you start making, like, a prop, you always start so small because you're so scared about wasting material or is it not gonna look right? And then whenever you do, like, your second or third attempt, then it's like, all right, like, I'll make it a little bit larger and, make this piece more sturdy and, use this material
Mm-hmm.
instead. So, what happens? Sometimes you just have to have a prototype, sketching it
Yeah.
out, trying out different pieces, yeah, always
Yeah.
could find like different scraps, if you're building something out of construction paper or cardboard or something. So,
Yeah.
my silliest mistake, we're being vulnerable here, but that's what we do. So, is probably so. This is a sword from Attack on Titan. This is what
Mm-hmm.
they use to slash the Titans in the back of the neck. So really good anime. But yes, I like how the hilt came out. I made this out of cardstock. I laminated these. It's not really the best. You can kind of see it's starting to come a little bit loose. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but the thing was, this is so like flimsy, I guess would be the right word. So I'm like trying to figure
Mm-hmm.
out because I want to pose with them in photos and I want to look like, yeah, I'm coming after you, Titan. Like, let me at
Mm-hmm.
you and stuff. So I'm like, well, I need something to make it like sturdy. And I'm like, oh, well, I have cardboard, duh. Like the cardboard
Mm-hmm.
queen over here, like hoarding away. My poor cat's like, why are you taking my cardboard box now? So, I decided I'm gonna like hot glue cardboard pieces here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell it's holding up sturdy if I hold it from here, but if I go to hold the holes in it, like it falls down. It becomes
Yeah.
very flimsy and it's like, no, not gonna do what you want me to do. So but yeah, I mean it is nice because then it's a little bit sturdy. Like whenever I have it on my shoulder and I'm trying to look all tough and mean and stuff, then it's fine. But if I'm like trying to like come at you and like swing at a photo or something, it's just like nope. I'm just like, oh nope. So, but yeah, again, these are just random silly mistakes, and you learn from those mistakes. You learn and grow. You figure out, all right, that didn't work. Like, what do I do next time? So, I'm just saying, don't give up. Don't give up that hope. Got this.
I did want to say a little bit on like don't give up hope thing
Go for
because on I've actually learned things from getting commissions because I didn't like make any of my armor, but or except for Grim John, I've made all of his additional stuff. I learned stuff from some of my commission stuff breaking. Not
it.
this. Thank whatever
My
deity
God.
or scientific belief you believe in. Thank whoever it is.
Mhm.
But when I was making my own, I realized that the zipper was an issue. That was the only thing that broke my other thing.
Mhm.
And on here, hopefully it
Oh,
can be seen. Oh, you
okay.
can see it.
I see.
Great. There's these little pieces of foam that holds
Mhm.
this in better. It's instead of just
I
this being
see.
glued down. So that's kind of what I did with the inside of Grimjohn's gauntlets for this where the zipper is.
Nice.
So it's also on the other
Mhm.
handle too. But yeah, this is just really nice. I do have to adjust this though, because this does not fit around my arm. Because this is like where the middle of
Easy
your arm has
fix.
to be. Easy fix,
Yeah.
exactly. I just haven't done it yet. Um, it's rare that the
Yeah.
shield is in the house. This is why I don't remember it all the time.
Yeah.
Cats.
And that was
Um,
something too, if we can just stick on this topic for a minute, just like, just like whenever I was like starting to get ready, I'm like, wow, like I've made all these props. And I'm thinking, like, how long did it take me to make these props? And I'm like, several months, several years, just to like get the motivation sometimes. Because
mhm,
again, it's like that mental like roadblock almost. It's like, oh my gosh, what happens if I mess up this piece? What happens if this piece doesn't come out right? And it's not like you can go
mhm,
to the wiki or, whatever image, like Google image, and just like copy and paste because that would be lovely. That would save us so much time. No, we have to be the ones to sketch and draw and paint and, print or whatnot.
mhm.
So I kind of wanted to get your perspective. Like, how do you get motivation to sit down, complete a prop, finish a piece of a prop?
Oof. Well, most of the things I've created were very small, like the things that I just, I had the ambition at that moment. So a lot of them, like these, are you can't see them either. Gosh, diddly dang! I'll just pull up this one. This was there's a whole set, like I was saying, and like I just wanted to make a set for the other guy who only got one. I just want to finish up his set. So these like altered versions of the main guy's set. I only have one of them. Planning on doing the other one when I can find it. And a lot of the time, when I get the motivation, a lot of the stuff is pretty small. Grimjawn, I did that out of spite. I finished him out of spite.
It seems so fitting.
It works too.
Oh,
But yeah, he was finished out of spite. Everything else was somewhat of a fast project, or the ingredients to make it was a fast project. So, like the things I was trying to show, which I will take pictures of and post them on Instagram. They're the talismans from the Jackie Chan Adventures show. I printed every single one of them. There's 12 of them. I 3D printed every single one of them. I have them all. They're all on my desk. I have not painted them yet. Once I do, I need to take pictures of things. I know, but I'm not great at that. It seems.
It's okay.
But that and my Springtrap cosplay, because I made the whole plush suit. There's pictures of that on my Instagram. I know that for a fact. He took at least a year. Like his 5-year anniversary of being done happened like a few days ago.
Oh god.
Or almost. Yeah, almost done. He wasn't completely felted yet, but he was like 95% done. Was a couple days ago, and he took a year because I was in high school still and all that. I just found TikTok, so I was doing other things, and yeah, he took a back burner for a little bit because I didn't have any more foam, and all the places close to me didn't have foam. At least not the kind I needed. They had the that hard brick foam, for like flower arrangements and all that fun stuff. But I didn't have any other ones, and like I was like, at the time I didn't really have my own money to just be like spending on Amazon. I was like, Mom, can you buy me this $20 roll of foam? She's like, why?
Yeah.
But she did at when we went to Ross that one time. I think it was Ross or Michael's or something like that, and we got like a lot of the stuff for him. I think we only had to buy like one more thing of foam from like Amazon or something. Or was that for Grimjawn? Because I learned from Springtrap what foam to use for Grimjawn. Long space between the two being made, but I learned that I need a thicker, more of a craft foam than a sofa foam.
That makes sense.
So, yeah. So he's soft on the inside. On the outside, he feels like scraps of felt. Which I mean, I guess makes sense. He's an old rabbit. Not gonna get into his whole backstory because that doesn't fit here. But yeah, it works. He is what he is, and I want to bring him back out and wear him more, but he's not in the house. He's in storage, and because of how my room is set up, I would have to set him up like how I do Jean, and I don't have room for that right now. If I shifted some stuff around, maybe like if I got rid of all my junk drawers and shifted some stuff around, and just put that stuff away that's in the junk drawer somewhere else.
It's almost spring.
Yeah. I have the gloves over there, but I'm not gonna get up and grab them because that's weird. But yeah, that's I have pictures of the Springtrap on my Instagram. So if you want to go check that out, my lovely editor and somebody who's edited one of these videos, Mars.
Yes.
I can't pronounce the username, but it's on the post. Edited a picture of my Springtrap to look much creepier than it really was. So there's a recent picture of him. Him himself isn't really edited that much. It's just the background and stuff, and it looks and like the atmosphere and the lighting a little bit. But if you look down a little bit, there's more pictures of Springtrap than just that one. You just have to go dig in a little bit.
That sounds cool.
But yeah,
I like it. Yeah. So
hopefully answer the question.
Yeah. It's just that motivation piece, like what do you do? So it's really just like I guess looking forward to the end result, no matter what it looks like. But not only that, just like learning little bits and pieces and knowing for like a future cosplay, like, oh yeah, I remember using this and it didn't work. Like, let's try this. Or maybe, oh, this might work for this cosplay. So but yeah, don't give up hope. Your cosplay props will be amazing. So and not only that, next question is, what kind of dream prop would you like to make or want to buy one day? What's something either in the works or you're just like, this is like the best one I want to have?
Well, I have 2 commissions out, and I'm not scared of saying what they are. One is the Comrade sword, which is like the sword of flames, and he had like and they're also making me like interchangeable pieces, so it's like also like the sword of waves, which is like water waves, not sound waves, and electricity. Not what they're called in the show. They're Japanese words that I cannot pronounce, and that it's the same thing as what I'm saying, and that's in the works. And then also the other one in the works is the Sword of Darkness, from Ruby. No, not Darkness, Destruction. I get the two confused because it's also a Sword of Darkness that I want to get. A Sword of Destruction. That has not been in the show yet, but there's some fan arts of like what possible colors could be, and I was like, and like we already saw like a silhouette of it, so some wiggle room on that. And
we know it's out there.
We know it's out there
Hopefully
somewhere.
Salem doesn't get to it, because nobody's panicking that she has 2 out of 4. Like,
yeah, that's a whole other conversation.
That's a whole other video.
If you want to go see it, it'll be on my channel in a few years.
In a few years ago. Yeah, and I was about to say, I have the staff of creation. Again, I might redo it. I'm not proud of the hot glue and these pieces stick out. Like, I do wonder, like, I'm okay with this, but it could be better. Sorry, pardon me. So, but yeah, that is one of my goals, is to have all 4 of the what are they called? The relics?
Relics
from Ruby.
Of creation, I think it's something like that.
Relics or something like that. Well, staff of creation.
Oh yeah, it's relics of
Be wiki.
Something. Relics from Ruby. That's what they are.
Pretty much, yeah. So those, and then not only that, but to one day make, there's a character in the show called Ozma, and he has reincarnations later on in life, but his first original, before he was reincarnated, he has a staff that he uses to defeat like some enemies and stuff like that, and then that staff gets transformed over time. But I want to do the staff because I have not him but another character in the works that holds that staff, and I'm like, that would be so powerful in photos to be dressed as a certain somebody and like hold the staff that Ozma had, and I'm just like, I'm ready. But I gotta buy the materials to make it, and I'm looking at the relic that I made, and I know it's gonna have to be like this little, it's not like a bulb, it's just like some 3D thing that like sticks out. It's not like I can just like make a 2D thing. Like, I want to make it 3D, make it a little bit more epic. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. Really, really nervous. But, again, there's Google Images and all that fun stuff, so I can go and scout out how I'm going to design it. So that as well. So is there any videos or content creators that you follow that kind of help with like making designs that you want to shout out?
I made a Venom puppet for like when the first Venom movie came out, like a little bit after. It was like in between the 2 movies. He helped me so much with making it, and pretty much told me how to make it because he has one, so he kind of told me how to make it. I think it's called Midas Touch Art. or touches art or something along those lines. And he helped me so much with that. I don't know where Venom is. He's somewhere. I think he's in a different closet than in my room. I think he's with like the jackets. Because I also made one for my symbiote original character named Ghost, who's just like white and orange or orangish red. So, yeah, I have those, and he helped me so much with that. I'm going to shout out also the person who is making my Sword of Destruction, not of Darkness, different thing. I hope that's okay. It's a make sure I'm saying that right. Strawberries with a Z. Strawberries plural. The last S is a Z. Cause they're making my Sword of Destruction. Gotta slow it down, say it right. And for props, that's all I'm having commissioned right now, because my friend who's making my Comrade sword, he's not really doing public commissions right now. He's planning on it, but I don't want to, send people there. And he's like, I did not plan on doing this yet. Just all that fun stuff. But I'll ask him if I can send you his information, just like maybe in the description. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a whole other conversation.
I
Later
have
on.
a feeling our comments, it's just gonna be like as I'm rewatching this, just be like, oh yeah, tag this person, tag that person.
Tag this person. Yes. And I'll send you tags for the people I say. I know that helps me when people say it in my videos.
Makes sense. Got this. Is that it?
I think so. I'm looking around, but I think I feel horrible if I forget someone. Because for props, that's all the commissions I have out right now.
Yep.
Nerds be creating these two lovely things, and they're beautiful.
They are.
So obviously, go buy them from them. They're a lot, but they're worth it. They're
really nice.
Because I can full on swing this sword. I'm not gonna like bang it into the ground because it's still foam, but you can full on swing it like with all your might, like in the air, and it's fine. Like it's perfectly fine. Like the only thing happened was in shipping, this little tip got bent.
No.
Yeah, but that was just because of shipping and stuff. That wasn't anything on my side, wasn't anything on their side. There's nothing we can really control. But it's so small you can't see it unless you're pointing the tip at the camera, like right here.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, again, and if you want to see a full review of this Sword and Shield, go to Demon Interviews because there's a video on that. Sorry, shameless plug, but yeah, that's. I think that's it. For props, that's all I'm going to shout out for right now.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing all those. Make sure we get people's links and all that fun stuff down below. So, but yes, so like there's different videos out there, I know TikTok has helped me a lot with creating props and cosplaying. I think because TikTok knows I am a cosplayer and they're like, hey, like here's some random, TikTok videos. I don't remember names. I'm very bad at that. Yeah, just going through there. I know there's been, again, not sponsored, but like 5-minute crafts. Like whenever I need to create bows or something, it's just like I need something quick, something no-sew, something that's pretty simple and, like little crafting videos here and there. I'm hoping one day, I gotta see if my husband is still interested in this, but he wanted to cosplay Jean from Volume 1. Hence why I got the Pyrrha cosplay. Originally, I was supposed to be Nora. He wants to be Ren. No, he likes Jean, so that's why Pyrrha. Anyway, so yeah, I was like, story. And I'm like, I don't know if I can get armor. How am I going to make that? And there is a fellow Jean cosplayer, another one that I know. Oakley Does Everything. He has a video of how to make the Volume 1, I believe, or Volume 4. Uh-oh, now I can't remember. Oh no. It's one of the volumes that he made for Jean arc. So hoping maybe one day once doing some secret commission work and projects simmer down, that would be able to do that. And hopefully, I have to make sure that he wants to do it. So, he put all that time and energy into it. So, alrighty, we got one more question, which is, what advice would you give cosplayers, both new, beginner, experienced? What advice would you give them when they're sitting down to make props or starting to consider about making their own props?
Contact cement.
Mm-hmm.
Just contact cement. It's a little tricky to work with, but it's not really super hard to work with. It's in a jar. You pull out the brush and you smother it in it to like stick stuff together. But that
Oh.
is how that's what glue. That's what holding all my Grim John stuff together, and also a lot of my normal John armor as well. I don't know the precise stuff behind
Mm-hmm.
this. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because this was like a
That's great.
listing, so I don't
Mm-hmm.
know that it wasn't full commission. It was like a listing, but combination of this and learning about contact cement, that's what made my Grim John armor pretty much in a nutshell. And figuring out what kind of foam to use as well. But yeah, God, I had another thing in my head, and then they just.
It's like, nope.
Definitely, if you gotta do something big or even small, have somewhat of an idea of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in my experience, you don't have to go like full on,
Mm-hmm.
draw it a few times, kind of understand how everything works, but at least get a general idea of what you want where,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. Because that will save your life a lot of the time. Because we go with the Grim Jean again. For his add-ons to his gauntlets, I had to keep on putting them back on to be like, okay, what is the best place to put it on? Is it because like I wanted it to go out in for the back of the palm, like right there.
Mm-hmm.
So like where on the arm itself would it be the best place to put it,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So definitely coming up with an idea of what you want to do before you fully do it.
Before you
Um,
commit.
yes, pretty much. Because the marionette masks, I actually have one that's somewhat working. Hold on, I'm just turning off my camera so you're not just like, oh, there's an empty chair in his
Oh
bottom.
no. You're good.
There's actually one that I'm kind of working on right now. Which is sun or it's sunrise, moon drop, sun, moon. I don't know. You can't see it again. Why is everything neon white today? There's little pencil markings on this.
Oh.
There we go. Maybe there you go. You can see them better.
There we go.
There's some pencil markings right on him because
Yeah.
this is all pencil, so you can easily erase it. And then we learned that this mask is not going to work for this one.
Oh,
So
there you go.
bought a new one, a bit rounder,
Okay.
to hopefully get the right effect off. I still need to do this one, but as you can tell, it's still in the packaging.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was like a spare one of these I have, because I always have like a spare one in case one of those breaks, or I have an idea and I'm like, I don't want to lose this idea, so I have this. Always have a spare one, and I also have a virtual character who has an empty one of the masks, which now I need to buy another one or just erase the stuff off that one. Because it's pencil.
Pencil, yay! Yes, invest in a lot of pencils, because you'll need them.
Yes, for intricate
So...
designs like all those pencils. Pencil them out first.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that.
And have like backup packs of pencils, because there's nothing more frustrating than like you're trying to draw something, you run out of lead, and then you're scrambling around like, where's my pencils? I need more lead. But yeah, just to kind of piggyback off of that, just, sketching, having like a journal or a sketchbook where it's, like taking the face mask. So like, drawing the mask out if you can, and then like, what kind of patterns, what kind of material am I gonna need, or paint, or felt, whatever the case might be, elastic or something. Just like really sit down, be like, is this gonna be, something that I want to win award shows, or not award shows, but I know there's like convention competitions.
Contests.
I'm not an expert on this topic. I feel like if another guest or tea sipper was here, they would have a little bit more to say about this topic. But I've seen photos. I've seen people that have won contests based on props and stuff. So, but if it comes from the heart and you're proud of it, and it's your prop, and you add little things here and there, that's all that really matters. You've got an awesome
Mm-hmm.
prop. Go take your photos, your videos, carry it around, take it to work if you're like me. Can get away with
Yes,
it.
I will
No.
take a giant fake sword
No.
to my work. Yes,
No.
this is happening.
Pretend
If
that
you
didn't
see
exist.
if you see a teacher running around with a giant sword chasing children, you'll know who it is. I'm kidding.
No. I take mine.
Please don't fire me.
Oh no. I take mine to work because I'm trying to become a therapist. Then I take it to work and I'm like, oh, like I have this magic wand, and if I wave it, and everything's different in the morning. What would be different? And everybody's just like, whoa. Or it's the talking stick, because some family members like to talk more than others, and it's like, nope, this person now has the talking stick. Like, anyway.
Here you go.
Alrighty, but that is it for me. As always, I like to end with, do you have questions for me or for viewers?
I have a question for the viewers. Other than just shameless promotion. I kind of want to like kind of take one of yours and be like, if there was a prop that you wanted to make by commission, which sometimes that's a different medium, or anything like that, what would it be? That's what I'm thinking of right now.
There you go. You all can answer that in the comments. Hopefully, if YouTube cooperates and we have comments. Hopefully so. Crossing fingers, yes. But alrighty, so there you have it. All about prop making, just how to get motivated, basic prop maneuvers, where to start. So let us know what you're making, what you want to make. Has this video been helpful? And again, if you want to join, just message us on Instagram. Be sure to follow us. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. We'd appreciate it. So, but as always, we'll see you next time for another tea episode. So, take care and bye!